Okay, I'm gonna try to do this without saying a million times because that's what happened the first time I took this video. So, hello, my name is Amy. I was planning on doing a different video as the first video for this channel, but, you know, life happens and this is happening right now, so we're just gonna go with it. So, I am 26 as of the filming of this video. There I go again. So I was diagnosed with idiopathic gastroparesis when I was 23 in 2015, and I have been experiencing symptoms since 2013. So that makes it 5 years now that I've had gastroparesis. Gastroparesis, if you don't know what it is the paralysis of your stomach muscles, and in some cases, me included, the intestinal muscles. So basically the way your digestive system works is your stomach mushes up food, like you eat something and your stomach, you know, is just this muscle that it mushes it all together, and then it squeezes it into your intestines, and then your intestines are just long tubes that squeeze it through and absorb the nutrients and absorb the water and all that, you know, good stuff. But mine is paralyzed, which means none of that happens. So it causes, sorry about that. It causes, it causes symptoms like nausea, vomiting, bloating, diarrhea, constipation, pretty much anything that you can think of that can go wrong with your digestive system goes wrong, because it's not working. It's not, you know, so food's just sitting in it being gross, and, you know, it's kind of a disgusting disease. And it's really debilitating. It causes a lot of pain. It causes a lot of just horrible things. Like, I can't even think of how to explain it to someone who doesn't have to experience, except to say that I hope you never have to experience it. So earlier this year, I found out about a clinical trial that Stanford Hospital is running, where they are using a device to stimulate the vagus nerve, which is in charge of your digestive system, in the hopes of alleviating some of the gastroparesis symptoms. So before today, there have been three like baseline visits. The first one was like, bring us your medical history and we'll see if you're right for the study. The second one was an upper endoscopy, where they put that's the one where they put a camera down into your stomach and take pictures and take biopsies, and it's generally horrible, but you know, it has to be done. And the third one, which was yesterday, which was Friday, is an emptying study, where they measure how slowly your stomach is emptying, and I took a clip of that and I'll insert it if I can figure out how to do that. So they measure how slowly or quickly your stomach is emptying, baseline, and then they did blood tests. They took all kinds of samples and gave me the device, and we came home. So what you're about to see is me using the device for the first time, and I'm going to explain how it works. And if you have any questions about the study or about GammaCore or about gastroparesis in general, feel free to leave a comment and I'll answer them as I can. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. So I got my GammaCore device for the clinical trial that I'm in. And before I show you how to use it, I just want to tell you a little bit about the vagal nerve and the autonomic nervous system, because I didn't know what it was until this trial. So the vagal nerve is, I'm told, I don't know if this is true, but I'm told that it is the longest single nerve in the body, and it runs from the base of your neck all the way down your spinal column. It's responsible for a lot of things, but it's part of the autonomic nervous system, and that system is the system of nerves that's responsible for all of your body's involuntary actions. So your breathing, your heart rate, your digestion, like stuff that you don't have to think about, you know, like this is a different nerve system than my breathing. And a good way, like a way that I always think about it is, you know how when you're kids, well, maybe you guys didn't do this, but we did this a lot, where you would try to hold your breath and hold your breath as long as you can. And your mom would say, you're going to hold your breath until you pass out. And then when you pass out, you're going to start breathing again. That's your autonomic nervous system kicking in. So like you can stop your breathing, but you can't kill yourself by not breathing, because your autonomic nervous system is going to kick in and you're eventually going to take a breath. So that's what it's responsible for. The GammaCore device, you find your pulse on your neck, which is for me about here. Yeah, I have to stop talking to feel it, but it's about here. It's the fleshy part. This right here is obviously your windpipe. And this is your, I used to know this, but it's a muscle. So you want, between these two things, you want the fleshy bit. And that's where the GammaCore device goes. So I'm going to hop over to that now and show you what it looks like. All right, so at long last, after a few months of testing and, preparing me for it, here is the GammaCore device that you're testing in this clinical trial. It comes in this nice, magnetic box. I dig packaging. Here's the instructions, which we went through yesterday, and here is the device. So I'm going to show you how to use it in a second, but basically what you do is you pop these caps off and you stick it on your neck. You have to find the nerve on your neck, and then you stick it on. And it runs for about 1 minute and 30 seconds. So there's this. And then we have underneath here if I can get this out. So here is the gel that we're supposed to use. And you pretty much, see, this one's already opened because we used it yesterday when she showed me how to do it. You pretty much just put a pea-sized amount of this on each of the little metal bits. So put a pea-sized amount of the gel on here on this metal plate, and then stick it to your neck and let the machine do its thing. So I'm gonna do that because it requires 2 hands, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we've got the device here, and this is a little more than a pea size, but they told me more is better than less, so too much is better than not enough. So I've got the gel on there. You want to keep it upright because the gel is quite slidey, so if you tilt it, it'll fall off. And you turn the device on. It tells you how many uses are left on it, and you have 30 seconds to find the spot on your neck. You have to switch hands. So it's right here between your windpipe and your muscle, and then you go on here. I don't know if you can see the numbers, and you have to up the intensity until you can feel it. I'm starting to feel it now. And they want it so that you can feel it, but not so that it hurts. So I think today we're gonna go with that setting. That looks like 10. And then you just let the device run. I don't know if you can see the placement better like this. And when it's done, it'll make a sound. And they said that I can, you can talk, you can do this standing up or sitting down, as long as it doesn't, you don't move the device, because this right here is your windpipe. You don't want it on your windpipe because that'll hurt. They don't want it on this muscle back here on your neck, not because it'll hurt, but just because it won't do anything. This right here is where the vagus nerve contacts. It's kind of when you feel your pulse, there's the device beeping, so that means it's done. But if you see this location, obviously it leaves. This right here is where your pulse, you can feel your pulse, like if you, I'll do it on the other side, if you were to go up here, it's like really soft and tissuey, and you can usually feel your pulse in it. That's right where they want the device to be. And like, it feels just like a gentle vibrating, like it doesn't feel like it's electrocuting you or anything. So I have to do both sides, right and left, twice a day. So right and left in one sitting, and then 10 hours later, right and left again, for a month. And then we'll see. I'll return the device, and they'll do testing again to see if it, like throughout the study, I'll be doing surveys and to see how my stomach functioned, I perceive my stomach function to be changing. And then when I return the device, they'll do an endoscopy and take some samples again to see if they can see any difference. And they do all kinds of blood samples. And I'll return the device, and then I go back a month later and they do the blood testing and everything again, just to see if there are any long-term benefits, and that's that. So one thing that I actually found interesting about this device is, you'll see I'm doing this out of order, is that they told me, so see, I turned it on, they told me that it'll probably be a different setting on each side. So right and left will feel, it'll take a different number. So I just did this side and it was a 10. They also told me throughout the first week to kind of play around with it to see where I'm comfortable. So now we'll do this side, and you want to place it and then just, make sure it's in the right spot, not in your windpipe. And I will show you the see, so I just started feeling it on that setting. See, and we're already at 10 here, and I just started feeling it, so we'll go up a little more. That feels good. So on this side today, we're a 13, which is interesting because when I did it yesterday at the hospital, this side was a 7 and this side was a 10. So this side was a 7, which is quite interesting to me, actually. But yeah, they said like both sides will be different throughout the study. They'll be different, and I'll probably plateau at a certain, like each side will plateau at its whatever setting, and it might, like some days it might go up 1, it might go down 1, but it'll probably be around the same number each day, each time I use it. And it runs for 2 minutes, which is the treatment time is 1 minute and 30 seconds. The device runs for 2 minutes, and then it automatically turns itself off, or you can turn it off yourself. And that extra 30 seconds is just like give you time to get it placed and find your setting, and and you wanna, one other thing they told me is you wanna have it on your neck before you start upping the intensity, because you don't want to just like put it up to 15 and stick it on your neck. She said it might burn your skin. So see there, it beeped again, so that means it's done. So we were on 13 for that one, and then the way you turn it off is you just press both. I can't get a good shot of it, but you press both buttons at once. But you'll see it automatically turned itself off, so I didn't have to do that. And then you just wipe. See, there's a little residual gel left. You just wipe the gel off don't use water, don't or anything on the device. You just wipe it off. You can use water on your neck because if the gel stays on your neck, it kind of itches a little bit. That's it. So twice a day for about, it's like 5 minutes once you get it down, seems like. So I'll be doing that for the next month, and maybe I'll update you if I start feeling changes. So we'll see. But that's how you use the GammaCore device for your vagal nerve stimulation. And fingers crossed, we're doing this for gastroparesis treatment, so fingers crossed it helps, you know. This is just a little after clip to show you. So this is where the device was, and they said it might cause irritation on my neck for the first couple of days as I get used to it and find the right settings, but for today it looks pretty good. So, you know, I've now obviously wiped off the gel, and you know, so that's that.